Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is my Tarot and Oracle deck collection 2019. So Halloween is over, guys. We're coming towards the end of the year, and I wanted to address a question that I'm asked on an awful lot of my DMs, and that is, what exactly do I have in my card collection? I may have a couple of decks. Before we get started, guys, I just want to give a mention to our featured channel of the week, and that is Viking Views. And this is a really cool channel run by two lovely guys, Dan and Jordan. I know Dan personally, he's a lovely guy. And this channel here is about anything to do with cars and motor stuff. But if you love a bit of Welsh banter and two lads sitting in a car just complaining about stuff, it's great. It's so much fun. So give them a like and a subscribe, guys. I love these types of videos, guys, because I love to see what's in everybody's collection and what they use. Okay, so this is just a glimpse at mine. I've got so many of them. So I have a huge range. All my cards I have to be drawn to. I'm quite picky like that. So if I go into a shop, I won't just take the first one off the shelf. I'll have a look at all of them and see what resonates with me. So I've got a huge range from Doreen Virtue cards to James Van Praagh to Stephen D. Farmer. I've got so many. Colette Baron Cohen, fabulous, fabulous lady. There's so many that I have. So we're going to take a look at every single one of my decks. Okay, so we're going to start off with beautiful Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy deck. Lovely artwork in it, and I love these for just really getting to the nitty gritty and the healing of problems that people have. I have my Talking to Heaven by Doreen Virtue and James Van Praagh, and these are actually mediumship cards. So this is actually for communicating with loved ones who've passed over. Then we've got, this was actually one of my very first Oracle decks. This is the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Still one of my favorites, but it's great for general readings. They cover everything. These ones I love by Stephen D. Farmer. These are messages from your animal spirit guides, and these are oracle cards. I like these because, this is going to sound really weird, they have a really lovely texture to the card. It's like wood, so that's one of my favorites as well. But here we have Rebecca Campbell's, of course, Work Your Light. Love these ones. Beautiful, beautiful artwork in these. So now we're coming to the love deck. Okay, this is solely for love, be it self-love or romance. So this is the Romance Angels Oracle Cards deck from Doreen Virtue. And I really like this one. This is all about the love life, okay? Next we have Life Purpose Oracle Cards. These are also by Doreen Virtue. I really, really like these ones because it gives a really deep insight to what your possibilities are with your career or things that you want to do, passions that you've never really kind of delved into. Then we have Messages from the Fairies, okay? Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle Cards, again by Doreen Virtue. Another kind of magical deck. I like this kind of ethereal, fairy, mystical type of thing as well. So great artwork in that. Then we've got, this is actually one of my new decks that I got, Healing with the Angel Oracle Cards. So these are Doreen Virtues as well. They're quite rare on the market, but I really, really love them. They're quite simple, and it gives you kind of free hand to interpret them your own way. You know, there's no kind of fixed message on them. You can interpret it the way you like. Another great deck here, Crystal Angel Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue. Love, love these. I find these quite powerful because the imagery in it really, really sparks that creativity in your mind, and it really evokes that passion to give that message across. Here we have Goddess Guidance Oracle Cards, again, Doreen Virtue. These are so empowering, guys, I have to say. I love that they cover a range of different goddesses from different cultures as well. Now here we have postcards from Spirit, and these are Colette Baron Reid's deck, okay? These are so interesting, guys, because they actually are written like a postcard from a loved one to you, or from the angelic realm to you, okay? Okay, next we're on to Flowers of the Night Oracle Cards by Sherilyn Darcy. And this is a deck that I actually got in the Arthur Findlay College last year. Really interesting because I like the link between that kind of the night, the darkness. It's almost like in the darkness we find out who we really are because we find those flecks of light. And the flowers to me are great, great imagery for this deck and for solving those kind of nitty gritty problems. I really, really love this one. Now guys, this one here, I have had since I was 16 years old, okay? This here is the Lord of the Rings tarot deck. It says Oracle on it, but it's actually a tarot deck, okay? I've had it since I was 16. Only really started exploring it in the last couple of years. And the way they tie the tarot-esque type of cards into the Lord of the Rings story, and then the interpretation of the cards, it's phenomenal. I don't even know if they're available anymore, but I really, really love that deck. Here we have the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance Oracle deck. And this one is by John Holland. Great medium. These are actually quite interesting. They're very similar to the postcards from Spirit, but the messages are a little bit shorter. But that same quality and detail comes through in these, and people find a real connection to these, I find. Next we have Past Life Oracle cards, and these are by Dorian Virtue and Brian L. Weiss. Love these. Again, very simple layout. You've got your image and then maybe 1 or 2 words at the bottom. But again, for interpretation purposes, they're very easy to kind of bring forth those messages that are really, really important. And I like the way it's laid out, okay? Now we're coming on to another very special deck that I have. These are the Celtic Shamans pack, okay? And this is basically something that goes a lot deeper. You need to go into a bit of a state of meditation to work these, okay? These are by John Matthews. Very rooted in your core type of cards. You kind of have to travel with them on a kind of a psychic level, or on a meditation level, in order to get the full interpretation of what you're drawing out of this deck. So I love that deck. That's quite cool. This is another deck that I got from the Arthur Findlay College, and these are from Survive to Thrive Empowerment cards by Sharon Tal. And these are quite different because, like, they're not oracle cards, but they are empowerment cards, and they go through different phases of, like, your survival, your present state, how you're thriving. It goes through different levels of how people go through a problem or a situation, and the wording in it and the relation to the chakras and the energy I really like, because people resonate with that connection, and it really, really lifts them and empowers them when they get their cards out. This, folks, was my very first mythic tarot deck. Now, this was passed on to me from my brother, and this is where I started kind of exploring tarot. I like the deck. I mean, the imagery's a little bit darker, which is, it's quite nice to have that contrast from all the bright colors sometimes. But it's a lovely kind of classic deck. Next, we have Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Absolutely one of my all-time favorites. I've completely connected to these cards since the day I bought them. I love that he covers an arrangement of cultures and deities and all these types of things, and I just really, really love them. His messages in them just really, really speak to the soul. So next we have the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. Now, I really love this deck because, again, it's that simplistic imagery and then the short message at the bottom, maybe 1 or 2 words. But I feel like these go quite deep into the psyche when you do these for somebody, and it really hits on core things that need to come to the forefront. So I really love this card deck. Now, finally we come to my babies. These are the Beginner's Guide to Tarot by Juliet Sharman Burke. And these are the ones that I use the most out of all of my decks. I'm connected to these so much. I use them for everything. I combine them with different oracle cards. I was very connected to the imagery in this because it wasn't as dark as my Mythic Tarot deck, but it's just that the imagery in it, I could really interpret the cards correctly when I was looking at just the image. You know, I didn't have to go to a guidebook because I can look at the image and I can say, oh, I understand what that means now. So that's the reason why I use these the most, and these are one of my all-time favorite decks. So the top 3 decks that I keep in my kit at all times are the Kyle Gray Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, Healing with the Angels Oracle cards, and Beginner's Guide to Tarot. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That was just a short overview of what's in my card collection. And I want you guys to comment below and let me know what's in your collection, because I love to know the different decks that are out there and some that I haven't even discovered yet. So comment below and let me know what you guys have in your collection too. So that's it, folks. I hope you really enjoyed that. If you like this video and you want to see my latest video, click up here. YouTube will pop a random one of my videos here. And if you really love this video, guys, subscribe. Love and light.